In this video, I am going to show you the wiring diagram of a star delta starter. Before going into the detail of this video, I am assuming that you know what is star and delta configuration and why we use motor in the star delta configuration. So let us begin by explaining the power wiring diagram of the star delta starter. So what is the power wiring diagram? Whenever we connect the power contacts of any component with the main phases, those connections are shown by the power wiring diagram. So let us start by explaining three phases. So I am considering a three-phase system. The voltage could be 400 volts or 220 volts three phase, and the frequency could be 50 or 60 hertz. So first of all, you need a protective device, which is a circuit breaker or a fuse. So first connect all three phases with the incoming contacts of a protective device. After that, we have three contactors for star delta configuration. The first is the main contactor, the second is for the delta configuration, and third is for star. The incoming of mains and delta contactor will be connected with the outgoing of a breaker or a fuse. Just like that, all three phases will be connected with each other. The incoming of a star contactor will be shorted with each other. The outgoing of the main contactor will be connected with an incoming of an overload. The overload can be a thermal or an electronic overload. In any case, the outgoing of the thermal overload will be connected with one set of the terminals of the motor that are indicated by U1, V1 and W1. Similarly, the outgoing of the delta contactor and the star contactor will be connected with the other three terminals of the motor, which are indicated by U2, V2 and W2. For the motor to run in a star delta configuration, the motor must have 6 terminals. So in the star configuration, one set, which is U2, V2 and W2, are shorted with each other, and the three phases will be applied to the other set. And in the delta configuration, the terminals are shorted in this configuration, where U1 will be shorted with W2, V1 will with the U2 and W1 with V2. So this is the power diagram of a star delta. If you are using 220 volts, then you just need a phase and a neutral, and if any other voltage is used, then you need a transformer to convert to the desired voltage level. So now let me explain the control logic of this star delta starter. This red line showing the phase and the green line is showing the neutral wire. This is a contact of an overload relay, which is a normally closed contact between 95 and 96, and this is a normally open contact. Then comes the S1 off push button. After that, this is S2 and on push button, and this is a normally open contact of KM1, which is the main contactor. Next is, we are using normally closed contact of KM3, which is the delta contactor, in series with on delay timer represented by KT1. From here, again we use a normally closed contact of this on delay timer in series with the star contactor coil, and the normally open contact of this on delay timer in series with the normally closed contact of star contactor, and after that with the coil of delta contactor. Now let me explain the working principle of this control diagram. For control wiring, we need a fuse. Normally it is a quick blow fuse. Then we connect the phase with the normally closed contact of an overload relay. So when we press the on push button, what will happen? It will energize the KM1 mains contactor, and at the same time it will also energize the on delay timer because the delta contactor is de-energized, therefore the on delay timer is energized. What does this on delay timer do? Whenever this timer is energized, it will wait for the preset time, and after that it will change its contact position. So during that time, the star contactor will remain energized and motor will run in the star configuration because both the mains and the star contactors are energized. And at the same time, the delta contactor will never be energized because the normally closed contact of the star contactor is used in series to avoid energizing both the contactor at the same time. So after the expiration of a delay, the contact of this on delay timer is change its position from 6 to 5. In that case, the star contactor is de-energized, and what will happen? The supply will reach at the coil of this delta contactor and energize this delta contactor. Immediately after energizing this delta contactor, what will happen? It will open the contact and de-energize the on delay timer. So the motor will keep running in the delta configuration, and your on delay timer and star contactor will remain de-energized all the time. So in order to turn off the motor, just press the off button. It will cut the supply of all the contactors and the motor will stop. Or if the motor is overloaded, then the electronic overload or the thermal overload will change its position from normally closed to normally open and cut the supply. So I hope you understand both the power and the control wiring of a star delta starter. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.